If you want to be your own boss, you really need to watch this video because today I'm going to show you the 10 mistakes I made as an entrepreneur. What's going on, guys? It's Josiah, your success strategist, and today I want to show you the 10 mistakes that I made as an entrepreneur. But this video is not about me. It's about you and the things that you need to avoid if you want to be successful in business. You're going to walk away from this video knowing how to build a business the right way. If you don't pay attention to these 10 things, there's a very good chance your business will fail. Make sure you stay until the very end because the 10th mistake is most important. For now, all you need to do is smash that like button so I can keep making more videos just like this. The first mistake I made as an entrepreneur is being too much of a perfectionist. This stopped my business from growing. On this YouTube channel, I could have had a much higher following simply by speaking my truth and not needing everything to be perfect. Perfect camera, perfect video editing, perfect content. This makes it a lot more stressful and a lot less fun because of the standard that I hold myself to. So many people over the years have contacted me asking, when are you going to make your next video? I hold myself to this crazy standard, but they fell in love with the videos where all I was doing was cutting on the camera and talking. The truth is that most people would have enjoyed my content based on the value I had to deliver. People come to me for advice on how to build a business, not for 3D effects with perfect lighting. My perfectionism has cost me millions of dollars. Over the years, I've watched people who can't speak better than me build a massive following. People who work no harder than me are getting to the bag because they're okay with getting their message out there and making an impact. Even if they don't have the perfect website, even if they stutter in their videos, even if their emails have misspelled words. There are so many people that want to build a business, but they never take one step because perfectionism paralyzes them. If you want to do something, just get out there and do it. Instead of waiting to be perfect, start from where you are right now, and you'll perfect your craft over time by actually doing it. The second mistake I made is not focusing enough on traffic. You could have the best business in the world, but if nobody knows that you exist, it doesn't matter. Generating qualified traffic is one of the hardest parts of running an online business. But most people underestimate this because social media gurus make it look so easy. The truth is that business is a numbers game. If you don't have enough people coming to look at your product, there's no way that you can consistently make sales. 80% of small businesses fail within the first 5 years for this one reason alone. Oftentimes, an average product with great marketing outsells a good product with poor marketing. I'm sure you know of at least one industry where somebody is selling a product that's not that great, but they're making a killing. Meanwhile, you know somebody that could do it better that's not making any money at all. If you're going to get in this game, you have to study traffic. When you're first getting started, 60% of all of your efforts should go towards marketing. If I could do this all over again, I'd be a lot more focused on paid ads, SEO, and building funnels. But for now, I'll just focus on you smashing that like button so I can grow this YouTube channel. You need to place less focus on being obsessed with your product and more focus on putting your product in the hands of your customers. You can always improve your product over time based on the feedback that you receive from customers after they buy it. The third mistake I made in business is information overload. There are too many voices in the modern world and it's easy to get caught up. One person is telling you to make money on Shopify, another person is telling you to make money on Amazon. One person is telling you to make passive income, another person is telling you hustle, hustle, hustle. When I started my business, I listened to too many voices and it pulled me in too many directions. The reality is, I would have been a lot more successful had I just listened to one person and gone all the way. I spent tens of thousands of dollars on books, courses, seminars, masterminds, and while I soaked up a ton of information from these things, I racked up more knowledge than I could ever use. It actually became paralyzing because I had so many options in front of me. Now the thing is, when you're first getting started, it's important that you learn because you don't know anything. But don't be so busy learning that you never spend time executing. I know people who get all these programs and they never use it. They're information junkies. No matter what you learn, always remember that execution is the most important part of running a business. The fourth mistake I made was making my business too broad. If you're going to be successful, you've got to have a niche. My business, however, is very general. On this channel, you'll find videos about how to start a business, how to manage your money, how to get a better job, and so much more. But the problem is, this splits my audience. Some people want to know how to start a business, but they aren't interested in videos on how to get a better job. Some people just want to know how to manage their money. Some people love my insights on marketing, but they hate whenever I talk about race-related issues. I fell in this trap because I thought I was good talking about so many things. If I had to do it all over again, I'd probably just make a business strictly dedicated to learning how to get a better job, with a handful of products and services to match. My fifth mistake was that I started my business, but I didn't know how to monetize. I had no business plan. All I wanted to do was spread the message. I made a website and recorded videos, but I never stopped to ask, what next? If you're starting a business, but you don't know how to make money from it, it's a hobby. Instead of filing an LLC, making business cards, and building a website, I should have been outlining my business model. One of the biggest mistakes you can make is creating content, not knowing where you're going to point people to next. I've had so many people leave me comments asking how to buy my programs, and I didn't even have one. I was essentially warming up the seat for somebody else to hit the jackpot because some of my audience found other entrepreneurs who had their product ready. If you're going to be in business, reverse engineer the process. You want to identify how you can help people the most and then start working backwards, coming up with free products and other content that speaks to your value. If you want to learn more about how to do this, then check out my program, Your Breakthrough Year. The link is in the description below. The sixth mistake is that I didn't have a backup plan. See, I'm a big dreamer that gets laser focused on one thing, and that has its benefits, but I never stopped to consider plan B. A few years ago, I had big visions of selling my programs through Facebook ads. I spent months, almost a year, preparing my funnel and learning marketing. My whole staff was excited to launch it, and the very first day it started, Facebook banned my account on a technicality. Turns out you can't say anything about student loans in your marketing, even if it has nothing to do with the program. It took me a good 1 to 2 years after this to find another way to make money. When you're doing business online and promoting yourself on other people's platform, you don't control it. You have no control over if they change their policies or ban you from their network. This is why you don't just need a plan A. You have to make money from more than one place. So map out your business plan and find a way to make money from multiple sources. I learned the hard way that you don't want to have all of your clientele coming from one place. Diversify your strategy so that you can keep making money on a consistent basis. Speaking of making money, Webull, our sponsor, is giving away 2 free stocks so that you can start making money as an investor. All you have to do is click the link below to get started. My 7th mistake is that I didn't have enough momentum before quitting my job. In 2016, I made a bold decision to retire from corporate America and start my new life as an entrepreneur. And I was really optimistic that I would figure things out once I left, but in some ways, I made life unnecessarily hard for me. When you burn the boats and go into running a business blindly, you take a very big risk that will have some dark days ahead. I went back into debt, destroyed my credit, almost lost my home, and went through some really dark days of depression. I don't wish I could have stayed at the 9 to 5 longer. I wish that I would have spent more time monetizing my business on the side while I was working. For most people, I recommend that you spend at least 1 year generating enough money from your business to match your salary. and then you can make the jump from there. Mistake number 8, I didn't understand the importance of systems and process. We focus way too much on process. Everybody wants the nice house and the nice car, but nobody focuses on the process to get it. Focus on the process and the money will come. More specifically in business, if you're going to make money at scale, you need to have a repeatable system. When I first started offering my consulting services, there was no system in place. People would message me on different platforms. I would have meetings with each person using a different method, and I offered different price points with different ways to pay me. When you add all of this variety into your business, it makes a lot of work for you on the back end. But this happened because I was winging it. I didn't have any systems and processes to do the work for me. When I offer my products now, there's one website and one payment processor. I can do this over and over now and make passive income automatically. If somebody doesn't want to follow my process and they want me to start winging it again just so I can cater to their needs, they are not the right fit for me, and I will let them know that in the most polite way possible. The key point is that if you try to chase money, it will escape you. Focus on the process and the money will come. Mistake number 9, I didn't charge enough for my services. This is a big problem, especially in the Black community, because we tend to want everything for free. Don't be afraid to charge your worth. If people value what you do, they will pay for it, period. One reason we don't charge enough is because we're constantly trying to please other people. We don't want to make them uncomfortable by telling them, this is my value, take it or leave it. I get messages from people all the time demanding that I get on the phone with them to give a free consultation. I turn them down and point them to my free videos. We allow people to guilt trip us into changing our business practices just so they could reap all of the benefits while we get nothing from it. Listen to what I'm about to tell you very closely. Your ideal customer won't do that to you. Your ideal customer is willing to pay you. In fact, they're delighted to do it. They understand that the value of what you're giving them outweighs the cost of what they're paying. Build a business of ideal customers. Both of you will be happier, your business will run smoother, and you'll make more money along the way. Typically, people don't value the things that they didn't have to work for or pay for themselves. Know your value, set your price, and market to the people who are willing to pay for it. You are running a business, not a charity. The 10th and final mistake is that I was too naive on what it takes to run a successful business. All I could see was the upside, that I would be my own boss, that I would set my own hours, that I would make my own money. All the things that makes being a boss sexy. But I didn't imagine all the setbacks, all the failures, the sleepless nights, heartbreaks, and betrayals along the way. The truth is that this game is a jungle. It's not as easy as you think, nor will you succeed as quickly as you would like to. But that doesn't mean that it's not all worth it. Despite my mistakes, I'm glad I started early. This is my biggest message to anyone who wants to be their own boss. Today is the youngest that you'll ever be. You need to give yourself time to figure this game out. You're not going to be an overnight success, so you need some time to get to the other side. It may be hard, but it's so worth it. And I'm glad that I started in my 20s so that I could finally figure out what I was doing in my 30s. So thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this message and you want to see more just like this, then please do me a favor and smash the like button. It just takes 2 seconds, but this will really help me grow my channel. I work really hard at making these videos super valuable, and I would really appreciate your help to spread the message. Give me a super thanks if you really want to show love, and I'll shout you out on my next video. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. And leave me a comment to let me know what mistakes you've made as a business owner, or which of the mistakes that I mentioned stands out to you the most. I check all of my comments and will do my very best to respond to as many of them as I can. So until next time, keep pushing.